This is the story of the 800 million ringgit decision to build Malaysia's own EV and whether it was the right one.
So what happened over the last 4 years is that the Malaysian government opens the automotive market whereby import of EVs were not taxed with excise duties or import taxes. And because of that, the competition of the automotive market becomes so stiff. I mean, people are comparing, they see, okay, should I go for ICE or should I go for EVs? Because the price are about the same.
For years, Perodua has been Malaysia's best-selling car maker, built on a simple formula, affordable, reliable cars for the everyday Malaysian. But the EV wave exposed a gap the company had no answer for.
Perodua has been the champion of our automotive market over the last 15 years at least. But, when this transition happens from ICE to EVs, Perodua finds themselves, they don't have a model to offer to the market, especially because Perodua is a brand that, people buy Perodua because it's cheap, it's reliable, it's sort of like the first car or the work car. And Perodua has been good at coming up with that kind of car, especially because of the support from Daihatsu and Toyota all these years. But when this transition happens to EV, they don't have a model, they don't have a platform to offer to the market. So they decided to, okay, we need to come up with our own platform. We need to develop from scratch. So that's what they did. They invested 800 million ringgit in this model, and they become sort of like a champion for our national EV aspiration.
The result is the Perodua QVE, and it came with a twist that caught many off guard.
It is quite an interesting model because this is the first EV model offered in Malaysia whereby the price of the car is separate from the price of the battery. So, it comes as a surprise to a lot of, car enthusiasts, because how do you buy an EV without the battery? So when Perodua launched the Perodua QV, the launching price is at about 80,000 ringgit. They said that, okay, this is a model that a lot of people are going to be able to afford because, at that time, there's no EV models in Malaysia that are sold at below 100,000 ringgit. But the truth is that, while you can own the car at 80,000 ringgit, but you have to pay for the lease of the battery at 275 ringgit a month throughout the ownership of the car. So what happened was, at the end of the 7 years or 9 years of your ownership of the car, you're actually paying more than 100,000 ringgit for a Perodua car. This is the first time ever that Malaysians are going to pay more than 100,000 ringgit for a Perodua car. Even though if it is an EV, it's still a Perodua car.
The battery lease model is a solution to one of the biggest anxieties around EV ownership: resale value.
One of the concern of owning an EV is the residual value or the secondary market value of the car, of the EV, because the state of health of battery will deteriorate over time. So that's why a lot of second-hand EVs are sold at a much lower price. So Perodua said that by guaranteeing the state of health of the battery, then the secondary value of the car can be maintained, right? Of course, it's not going to be as the same value as when it was launched, but at least it doesn't deteriorate very fast. So that is the sort of like the unique selling proposition that Perodua is proposing to the market. But seems like, the market has not yet warmed up to this model because as of January, I don't think, the Perodua QV has been getting a lot of demand from the market. So therein lies the question whether Perodua has taken the right strategy for their electrification journey.